Welcome back, you're watching The Game. The UAAP Women's Volleyball action is back in full force for Season 85. Now, to name a few standouts in its opening weekend, we have with us volleyball analyst and fellow UP Fighting Maroon, Ayel Estrañero. Ayel, great to have you back here on The Game.
Hi, good evening. Thanks for having me tonight.
Alright, so the opening weekend for UAAP Volleyball just finished and you covered some of the games, Ayel. And it was crazy. All teams playing the whole weekend. And let's talk about the standouts that really performed well during the weekend. So let's start it off with the super rookie. I mean, this player really doesn't play like a rookie and just, loves to compete inside the court. Let's talk about Angel Canino from DLSU, Ayel.
So I think how Angel Canino performed in their first game, it didn't shock everyone, but it actually impressed everyone even more. So she's the talk of the town right now. As a rookie, I think she played so smart. And more than the wits of volleyball, it was also her intensity and her versatility as well that really impressed a lot of people. So Angel Canino definitely is one of the standouts for the weekend.
Good start there for Angel Canino in her UAP debut. 18 points, 16 attacks, a block point, and an ace in a 5-set
And the tweet from the Phenom, Alyssa as well. So.
100%, of course. And can I just say, kanina sa intro ni Diego, he says, a fellow UP Fighting Maroon. That was actually part of the script on the prompter. He didn't come up with that. So there's a bit of bias in this segment here. But then let's move on first to the opposition of LaSalle UST. Si Eya Laure did shine. As typically she does. This doesn't seem like a surprise anymore when you talk about Laure and UST. What was special about her?
No, you said it right, Pao. Typically, just Eya Laure. Eya Laure just being Eya Laure. Well, she didn't have such a spectacular game in terms of offense, but I chose her because I think she was the rock of UST in that game. It was a really tough match, but she was very composed the entire game. She was communicating really well with her teammates, which I think is a really good indication of a leader. And she had a lot of crucial points, very clutch player. Even her last point, which was just unfortunate that she made an error. But it was brave for her to actually take the risk to go for that deep cross-court attack during the time of the game.
And Ayel, we're not even surprised that Eya Laure is performing like this for UST. We've seen this in the last season. But what's the next level for Eya Laure to bring UST to greater heights this season?
Oh, I think Eya Laure is just being Eya Laure. She's been contributing the score department. I think what is needed more from the USC Golden Tigresses is, more contribution for the other players. Because, like we always say, volleyball is a team sport. You can't win by just having one player produce all the points.
Yeah, and when we're talking about girls that we expect to do well, we have to go to NU. Alyssa Solomon. The Season 84 best opposite spiker, 12 points, 10 attacks, a single block and single ace, beating Ateneo in straight sets. Again, not a surprise. Do you see growth in her game though?
Oh, a lot of growth. She's been maximizing her height so much in the game, and credit also to Camps Lamina for always setting her well, only just one blocker in front of her. She's very versatile and she's very smart. She's able to target really difficult zones on the right time. So I think for her, it's just really a matter of efficiency. That's why I chose her as one of the standouts for the first weekend.
And Ayel, do you think Alyssa will be like a consistent weapon for this NU team? Because this NU team is just loaded with talent. I mean, they're the defending champions for a reason, Ayel.
Oh, definitely. She's going to be one of the go-to players. But more than her standing out, it was their NU just really executing their system flawlessly. They talked about their faster system. And we saw that in their game against Ateneo, really putting Ateneo in a difficult time to convert.
And of course, let's talk about the two setters that you did name. For the start off first with Adamson. Itong si Louie Romero, Adamson defeated Yui in straight sets. And with Louie Romero, what made you pick her as one of the setters to watch out for, especially after that first weekend?
I think Louie Romero is just like Eya Laure being Eya Laure. Louie Romero is just being Louie Romero. She's been compared so much to Gia de Guzman, who has so much talent in terms of setting distribution, and that's what Louie Romero actually showed in their first game against UE. She was really able to activate all her attackers, even some loose balls. She was able to put her attackers in a very comfortable position. So the skills needed to be a great setter is with Louie Romero. It's just a matter of her really maximizing and executing. So really a great showing for her in their first game against you. In fact, they even have a set that they only committed one error.
Wow.
Yeah.
So much consistency for this team.
And let's talk about the other setter that you chose for the standouts the last weekend, Tin Ubaldo of FU, who actually defeated UP under Coach Tina Salak.
Exactly. I think everyone's surprised that I chose Tin Ubaldo because, you have setters like Louie Romero, Mars Alba, and, Cams Lamina of NU. But I chose Tin Ubaldo because out of all the players, I've seen the biggest improvement from her. I saw her play last season. Her setting in terms of leading the offense, she hesitated a lot, but this season she's playing with more confidence. She's more sure, and just like Louie Romero, she was really able to activate all her attackers. And I'm pretty sure the reason why she's more confident in playing better this season is because she has the best guidance in her coach, the legend setter, Tina Salak.
I was going to say, when we were going to talk about the most energetic player for FEU, sasabihin ko sana si Tina Salak, diba? No, but
Exactly, during the game.
we picked si Tin Ubaldo. You take a look at si Tin Ubaldo, you talk about yung improvements niya just a while ago, and just how difficult, or just how drastic rather, was the improvements for you to actually pick her despite all the other bigger names that you mentioned. Because, again, those were some big names to kind of gloss over.
No, just really a big improvement for her because her decision making is so much different and it's very crucial for a setter. Last season, she has a lot of miscues with her spikers, but this season, she's just really more confident. I couldn't expound so much about that because her performance last game really just showed how different her playmaking is compared to last season.
And last season I remember we were still kind of rediscovering volleyball, women's volleyball, because of the long break and all the pandemic. But then a quicker turnaround right now. How do all of these teams look now that you've seen most, if not all of them? How do all these teams look in terms of the quality, in terms of the improvement, and how much more excited should volleyball fans be moving forward?
Oh, I couldn't count the number of times I said, wow, crazy, wild, while watching the games this weekend. A lot of promise, not just for the seniors, but more so for the rookies. A lot of standouts. It was hard to choose, only 5 players. But again, with the games coming so fast, it's very important to win more games, and the wins and the losses will impact the mental part of the game. So those who won games already would want to win more to build that confidence, and the one who lost would want to bounce back to build that confidence and not start doubting their system.
Ayel, we really appreciate your time. We really appreciate all the wows that you've gave us, or at least told us to, okay, look at this player kasi wow talaga. Of course, to all the fans out there, you can catch the UAAP Volleyball action live every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. Ayel, maraming salamat ulit.
Thanks, Ayel.
Thank you.
Watch the games on One Sports, One Sports Plus, Signal Play, and the Smart Live Stream app.